shut up, shut up, shut up, and knock it off. You shut up, and you shut up.
Everybody, shut up.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up, knock it off.
Hey,
Leave me alone.
it's fucking cold today.
Don't talk to me. Yeah, it's not cold, but since we're not used to cold, it's cold.
It's fall weather, and I've been looking forward to this because I love hoodie and jeans weather.
Yeah, I was talking about that to some dude the other day. Like, it was 55 degrees outside, and everybody's like, it's cold. But like, come February, when it finally pops up to 55, we're gonna be out there in shorts going, woo! Fuck yeah, man! So it's weird how that works, but yeah, everybody's cold right now, including me. But it's fine. I like hoodies.
Well, we're at another. We missed
fat.
another episode last week.
Oh, that's shocking.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the way I look at it.
I mean, yeah, we're a bi-weekly podcast at this point, but we might be weekly at any point. You never know. That's the cool part, though, is we're keeping you on your toes. Every other podcast, like, oh, it's going to come out Monday. It's going to come out Tuesday. Not ours.
What fun is that?
What fun is that? You can depend on them. We don't want to be that. We want to be sporadic. You never know. Hey, it's Saturday at fucking 3 a.m. That's a good time to release a podcast. Why the fuck not?
Hey, I just listened to your podcast Thursday at 9 a.m.
Yeah, that's
a great one.
That's when I put it out. All right, so don't worry about it.
So fuck
you'll
off.
get it when you get it, and if you don't want it anyways, then who cares? And if you do want it, well, that's weird.
Yeah. Some people at work that I wouldn't think listen to the podcast listen. Yeah, and I'm like, wow, you like dick jokes?
Yeah.
You like pussy jokes?
I mean, again, we've had this consistent crowd now for 4 years.
Yeah, but every now and then we get new ones.
And if it influx, sometimes it'll go higher to the YouTube. Sometimes, but almost all the time, it's higher on the audio side. But yeah, it is weird how.
Well, would you want to see us?
No, I don't watch many podcasts to begin with. That's very, very, very rare that I watch a podcast. And if I do,
watch the Joe Rogans.
I don't watch those. I'll listen to them if I want to watch it. I watch the Kill Tonys. That's about it because it's a performance show, and I feel like you kind of got to see that. Outside of Kill Tony, there's no podcast that I watch on a regular basis, even though I listen to 30 of them.
I mean, even though we're both very, very attractive,
hot as fuck.
Yeah,
hot as fuck.
And
that's
the thing about it is girls don't want to watch.
Yeah,
the podcast with their boyfriends around because they're like, "Why are you watching those two fucking hot guys?"
Yeah, and guys don't want to watch it with their girlfriends because they're just dripping wet, and they get all their pussy juices all over the couch.
Plus, when guys watch us on the YouTube, they start thinking about dick, and they're like, "I don't want to. I'm not gay. I don't want to." It
practically makes them gay.
It
does. Yeah,
I mean, you and me are filling spank banks all over the city,
and even the gay people, like Brent, who came in gay. Yeah. What happened to him is he became, after the podcast impacted his life, he became macho gay. Now he's a super duper power bottom. Because I seen that picture of him the other day, and he has veins and spots that veins don't usually exist.
He's getting huge.
Yeah, this guy, he looks like a bodybuilder for real.
I mean, he's got. Is
Evo jealous yet? I haven't got. I can't wait to poke the bear on that one, but I haven't got to be around him both at the same time.
He uses supplements, bro. That's not real.
That's exactly what he would say. Is that he's on steroids, and Evo claims that he's clean, but
it's so funny
because he is. After watching those two, I think Evo's clean.
When you see Brent, like in the employee dining area, he always sits down. Brent's our friend, so he bullshits a little bit, but then all of a sudden he'll go, "Hold on," and he'll go get 2 big glasses of water and fill them with protein powder and.
That's not just the protein though. That's the shit that keeps his butthole clean.
Well, no, it's not the Metamucil.
He does both though.
Yeah, but this is a gallon of protein powder. Yeah. And he just chugs 2 big fucking glasses of it. Oh, now what were we talking about? Oh yeah, fucking butt fucking.
There isn't many people that are drinking that much protein shakes and Metamucil to keep their asshole clean for ass fucking. So
hey,
he's got something original going.
Hey, I give him 100% props. He committed to it. He's fucking living it. Oh, and dude, it's paying off huge. He's gigantic. Oh, he's shredded, dude.
He's a super duper power bottom.
Yeah, he's shredded.
Like he's almost too jacked to be gay. Like he's going to have to start liking pussy soon.
No, he can't because of the hairdo.
Well, no, he's still gay as shit.
The hairdo is totally a gay hairdo. I mean, it's getting shorter and shorter here, and it's just got the little spiky thing on top now.
Doesn't that what Nate wears his like?
Nate.
Yeah, Nathan. Brierly, doesn't he?
No, it's
they
totally
got pretty much the same haircut. It's like balding on the top and all spiked up a little bit.
No, Nate's is more of a comb over.
Poor guy.
I think Nate just gets out of the shower, dries himself off, and walks out the door.
Nah, he has product.
Does he have product?
Yeah, because if you don't get product,
it gets poofy.
Yeah, it gets poofy. Yeah, he's a product guy. I'm one of the very, very few people I know that's not a product guy. Almost everybody I know puts some shit in their hair.
Because I think you sleep with a hat on.
No, I don't sleep with a hat on, but I have a hat on most of the time. Yeah. But I mean, I guess maybe that's part of the reason I'd rather wear a hat than, make sure my hair is done all the time.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But I mean, what we were saying, we want to apologize to anybody.
I'm an Uber driver.
We're not trying to impact your relationships because of longings. Girls.
We get it. Your girls want to fuck us. Your guys want to fuck us. And it's hard to watch sometimes, but just watch us alone.
Well,
that way you can dingle with yourself.
I think when Brent watches it, he doesn't, because he's our friend, but he still looks at us. It's still us.
No, he has a
hard
time.
He says suddenly he's versatile instead of a emergency top when he sees us.
Oh,
he's like, God, look at the asses on those dudes.
Nah, he don't want to fuck us.
No, I think he does.
Nah, he wants you to fuck him.
No, I think he wants, he likes to look at our asses.
I don't know.
And says, hey, that's a tight ass.
According to him, that's not what gays are into. They just lie.
Oh, do they really?
Well, isn't that what he said? He said they're all bottoms. Some of them are too proud to admit it kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's true. I've never been a gay.
If I was gay, let's say I was a gay man, I'd be a top.
Yeah, but you're looking at it from a straight guy's point of view that you don't want your butthole touched.
I want it touched.
It's impossible.
I don't want it penetrated.
Yeah, it's impossible to look at it through those eyes, and say what I would want. Of course, every straight guy would want to be the top if they had to choose to be a gay person, but that's because they're a straight person.
I'd be power top.
Power top?
Yeah, I'd be doing the smacking and
I'd
stuff.
be gentle.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd stroke their hair from behind.
That's not what they want.
I don't care.
That's not what they want.
I'm not looking to please gays.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I know you want to give the gays what they want, but I don't care.
Yeah,
I want them to reject me.
I would do the smacking. I would lots of dirty talk there. I think it would be a lot of take this dick thing.
Yeah. Talk to them about Hamilton or some other play or something. I don't know what gays do.
Yeah, how come everything in your apartment is purple? Stuff like that.
No one likes cats. What are you doing?
I have a cat.
No, I'm talking about the play.
Oh.
I don't mind cats.
Speaking of gay, I had the most gay guy in the world in my car the other day.
Okay.
Liberace would be going, oh my God, that guy's gay. Guy gets in the car and he's wearing this floral shirt, pink shorts.
Liberace's a little outdated at this point with your references. You need to
but
update
he was
that
so
reference.
flamboyant.
I know he is, but I'm just saying, like, if you want
to
to appeal to younger people, the Liberace reference is gone because it's barely got to my. I don't know what he looked like.
But there's no flamboyant guys today like that.
Oh, come on! You just don't know their name. There's plenty of them, dude. Turn on that one gay channel, whatever it is. My wife watches all the time with the drag queens. Like
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Well, but whatever channel that's on, it's all gay shit.
Oh, is it really?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of
Hallmark, Lifetime.
I just don't know their names, but they're popular these days.
They're here and they're queer.
There's days are out there, man.
Well, I just don't know any. I guess I know one. Mario
Lopez
Cantone.
Oh, is he gay?
Screaming.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? There's also that new comedian. I forget his name. There's a gay comedian out there that's pretty popular now. I don't know why I'm even saying that. Who gives a shit? I had a they the other day in my car. Lyft says it'll give you the little pronouns. Maybe it's Uber. One of them.
Yeah, Lyft.
One of them does the pronouns, and it was the they. And as soon as they hopped in the car, I go, "What up, they?"
Did you really? Did they laugh?
Yes, it was a dude they. Like
this guy.
I wouldn't have done it with a female they. I know you're not supposed to differentiate, but let's admit it.
No, they is they. That's the whole point of it.
I get that, but the dude theys are a little bit more laid back than the female theys. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like when a female they gets in, what are you talking about? What are you messed up? Anyway, this guy gets in.
I was using the correct pronoun. It'd be like saying "what up, dude" or girl. I'm saying "what up, they."
And it's funny because Brent, you meet Brent, obviously gay, but this guy, every other word was honey. I was honey. Now Brent calls me honey.
He does.
But it's like this guy. Hey, how you doing today? Oh, honey, let me tell you, I am great.
Well, they're just talking to you like a black woman.
Yeah. But no, then it got to, it turned into sweetie. And
old black ladies do that.
Stuff like that. And here's what I do.
Yeah.
I relate instantly.
Well, you go gay?
No. I do the ally thing, trying to get the gay tip.
Yeah, like gays.
Yeah. I love you guys, man.
I love you guys, man. Hey, tell me a good butt fuck story. Let me hear it. Let me hear your best butt fuck story.
Oh, honey, I've got one.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but I think he's the most gay guy on the planet, this dude.
I don't know.
His name was, he was a white guy with a Spanish name. It was
Gaylord?
like Rodrigo or something like that.
Oh, is that?
And totally white guy.
You sure it wasn't Brent's husband? Wasn't his name?
No, that's
something?
Aurelio.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's...
what a weird name. Sounds like a fucking...
Well, for where he's from, I think, is he Puerto Rican, I think?
He's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that, I think of mermaids. And I know it's Ariel.
That's Ariel.
But it's close enough.
But this guy, not only was he the most gay person ever, nice enough guy, but talking about stuff that I couldn't relate to at all, you know what I'm saying? And tipped me $18 on a $7 ride.
Nice. Yeah, that's what the gays got down.
Yeah, the
gays are good tippers.
Yeah.
They're up there with the fucking the Spanish. The Latinos are good tippers too. So I mean, like, you know, that's a good thing. Good job, gays.
Yeah, I took a real cunt to the airport yesterday.
I hate cunts.
Yeah, she was a cunt. Talking to her friend's in the back.
Yeah,
they were talking about some executive that was sending her inappropriate texts.
Vince McMahon? Did he
like
shit
that.
on her?
No, just hey,
hey babe,
11 o'clock.
I
just wanted to tell you how pretty you look today, and blah blah blah. And she goes, he's got a wife, and if I really wanted to, I could really go public with this and really cause a stir. But I wish he would just leave me alone. And I'm looking in the mirror. I'm going, you're a cow.
You're a cow.
You're not attractive.
No, but you know, every once in a while, no matter what, guys want to go cow tipping. And that's what this guy was doing. Who knows?
But the whole point is, I mean, this girl's sitting in the back like, oh, my God, he's, so inappropriate. And I'm sitting there going, you should consider yourself lucky. You tub of shit.
That is such a horrible way to look at it, but it's funny to me, too. It's like, like if a regular girl, attractive girl, complain about sexual harassment and be like, oh man, that sucks, But if a fat girl goes, you're like, you're lucky to be sexually harassed.
And it's not like she was overly fat. She was just unattractive.
Yeah.
And what made her the most unattractive was her shit attitude.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you're a bitch. And the thing about it was, let's say you saw her at a bar. If I saw her at a bar, I got drunk enough. Maybe. Mm-hmm. She wasn't horrible looking, but she wasn't, oh my God, pretty. But sitting there talking about, I am so sick and tired of these guys sending me these texts, and I'm sitting there going, bitch, please.
Well, that's the thing, though, is in the real world, even the most mediocre chick is still getting the sex.
Because they have a vagina.
Well, that's what I mean. So it doesn't matter. I do believe that she was probably getting sexually harassed because that's just the way it works.
And here's what I believe.
I've seen some ugly girls get sexually harassed.
Because this is going to make me sound like the biggest turd in the world, but I truly believe it is. I believe that these guys are sending these messages to these girls thinking, well, these girls, they're unattractive. They need some dick. They'll probably be happy that a guy like me, an executive is sending it. Yeah.
That's a slam dunk.
They'll probably be welcoming the dick. Mm-hmm. Bring me thine dick.
And she probably gives it to him, too. Yeah. She probably just doesn't even tell anybody.
Goes, I'm not going to make a stir about it because he's got a pregnant wife. But let me just tell you, I am so sick of this. It's so common these days. And I'm sitting there going, bitch. It can't be that common
not
with
for
you. You are not attractive and you're a cunt.
I mean, I know plenty of girls where it's probably common, but not you.
I mean, no tip to the airport,
Yeah, you'll get that every once in a while.
But her friend was real nice. She was white. Her friend was black. Mm-hmm. I'm making small talk. The girl says, hey, how you doing today? I'm like, where are you ladies from? Well, I'm from Georgia. She's from Boston. And she goes, if that matters. I'm like, oh, you're a cunt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It doesn't matter. It's called small talk,
you small talk, you fucking bitch. And I was sitting there going, I hope you don't tip me so that I can give you that 1 star rude bitch. I put rude on the fucking thing.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
Even though she didn't direct it at you?
If that matters. Okay. That was directed at me.
Yeah, you're right.
I made small talk, and she goes, basically, none of your fucking business.
Yeah, you're right. I go with 3 stars on people like that. I don't 1-star them. I go 3 stars because they're not the worst. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I think I 1-starred her. Just after I realized she didn't give me a tip, you can go back in and adjust.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I like that.
And if it's an airport run, I expect a little something because I usually get it.
Oh, and it's a long trip.
I picked them up in Newport. I drove them to the airport with a stop.
Mm-hmm.
Let them stop and get a coffee.
Oh, I hate you. Yeah, no.
And tip nothing?
Yeah, no.
No, you're
rude.
a 1-star.
Yeah. I drove a real life troll the other day. I didn't know it at the time, but when I drove by him. Well, when I went to pick him up, I looked out the window. I was like, well, that looks like a weird little piece of shit, but all right, and he hopped in the back of the car, and we're not really talking that much. But then we're getting into the city. He was in Covington in some little shitty apartment. We're getting into the city. I was taking him, I think somewhere in Clifton or something, some doctor. So we're getting in the city and we're talking about the traffic and the bridge. And he's like, is that the yellow bridge? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I lived under that for 3 years. All right. I was taking him to the Heart Institute at Christ.
So
Christ
the insurance
Hospital.
was paying for the ride.
Yes. Which, whatever. I mean, I didn't have a problem with this guy, but he said that he lived under this bridge for 3 years. He had 2 widowmakers in a row, he said, and he can no longer work. He has 31% of his heart works and he can't work. And when he did that, apparently it takes so long for disability to go through. He literally was homeless for 3 years waiting for his disability to go through.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. And he lived under a bridge, and he was telling me, he's like, I had 7 covers underneath of me and 3 covers on top, and it was still freezing every single night. And
that's just sad.
And yeah, it was kind of sad. I mean, and if you looked at this guy, you kind of go, oh, your heart's probably dying because you're a fat piece of shit, And so as a fellow fat piece of shit, like, I don't feel sorry for fat people when they got health problems, because like you kind of bring that on yourself, buddy. But either way, I'm wondering how he remained so fat under a bridge is pretty impressive. So I'm not sure I believed him. Now, he wasn't like
glandular disorder.
He wasn't like giant fat. He was like 5'1" fat, 5'1", 300 pounds fat. You know what I mean?
But those people like that, when they're begging for food and stuff, the ones that legitimately buying food, they're buying donuts and McDonald's. Well, he told me shittiest food.
He told me he lived off lunch meat pretty much. Just lunch meat and bread. He pretty much have that all the time. He said he would make, that was the interesting part. I was like, so did you beg? And I was like, did you do the corner thing? He's like, yeah, I did it every day. He's like, I got spit on. He's like, people throw shit at you all the time, curse at you, cuss at you. He's like, yeah. And I was like, really?
I've never seen that. I've only seen people give them money.
I haven't either, but I doubt that's going on at low speeds. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Plus the kids, the teenagers.
I'm sure they get fucked. I'm sure they get fucked with. And, I was like, so how much could you make, for a day? And he said usually about $35-$40. That's usually what you would get in a shift of or as long as you could. And then you'd spend the rest of your day, getting food and doing bum things, I guess. $
35 or $40.
Yeah, I dropped him off at the Christ Institute of Hearts or whatever it was. He's going to go get some surgery.
Maybe you said, probably get yourself an apple juice in here, maybe a cookie.
Well, he had an apartment then. He said he was getting now $1,400 a month from Social Security after they finally approved his disability. And the doctors, said this guy was never going to be able to work again. He only has 31% of his heart. He literally gets tired after 5 steps.
Yeah.
So... and now he lives in an apartment in Covington, but 3 years underneath a bridge. And what I'm really trying to say is if this guy can make it, you guys can make it. So if you're afraid to move under that bridge, to get your shit together, maybe save some money on some bills, you're sick of paying that high mortgage, go ahead and live under a bridge, because if this fucking fat troll lived, you can live. I believe in you. So it's not as bad as everybody thinks. That's what I took out of the conversation.
That's tough. I mean, and the thing about it, I thought, now he could have been lying.
I just wish he would have had a shirt that told me, because I would have never picked some fucking bum up.
Yeah.
I'm a homeless guy in my car.
Febreze your car.
God damn, it's probably got warts in the backseat. The fuck?
I think they make more than that.
He actually looked like a troll,
I think his shift was only a few hours, because I think they make more than that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe he'd only made that, because like I said, okay.
A loaf of white bread.
Not only that, are you tipping the fat bum? If you see the fat bum, you're thinking, he's got some reserves. You know what I mean? Like, he'll be fine for a while before he starts starving.
Well, I'll tip the fat bum if he's got like his teeth. But when you see the homeless women and the guys with no teeth, they're drug addicts.
Oh, yeah, they're just junkies.
Yeah. So I won't tip those ever. Ever. But you know what's coming up now? And this is really pissing me off.
What?
Really fucking infuriating me, because I have no choice but to give money.
Uh-oh.
These fucking foreign families are standing out there as a family.
I hate that.
With their children sitting right there, and everyone feels bad.
Yeah.
You have no choice but to give them money. Yeah. Hey,
you see them more in the suburbs, but
yeah, like in Coleraine, there was one in the front of the Kroger. There's a wife, a husband, and 3 children, including a little toddler sitting on a fucking towel. And I'm like, well, now I have no fucking choice but to give you money. just for the kids.
I know. I like that you're mad about it. That these people are fucking.
Because I'm mad about it because even though I know the scam and it's probably not a scam, they probably need money.
But usually if you got the kids out there, it's not a scam.
I still need to give you the money.
Mm.
I know it sucks and I hate what you're doing to me. But you have 3 children there that need food.
Well, they don't really. I don't know. That's a tough situation. I don't really know the answer to that. But
what's it like for those kids? Like one of them was like 10, 12 years old.
Yeah.
We
seen one. We seen one exactly, and that was exactly what my wife said. We seen one up in Anderson a couple of weeks ago. It was a guy looked like maybe like a 13-year-old, 12-year-old girl, and then maybe like a 9-year-old boy. All right, and you could just see the embarrassment and shame. To us, that's what it looked like in the girl's eyes, the teenage girl. You know, the boy looked like he was having fun. He didn't give a shit. But you know, and the dad,
girl's like someone from my school.
And the dad. Well, I doubt those people go to a local school. You know what I mean? Those are probably immigrants from another country that are trying to make it somewhere else. You know, who knows what's going on there. But either way, you could see the shame in her eyes, and the guy just looked pathetic, and not in a bad way. I mean, you literally feel, like you said, you feel bad for them.
Yeah,
it sucks.
And you give them money
because I got no shame fucking going by a regular bum, like you know, like I don't give a fuck. Especially like you said, a junky one. Which when you drive around as much as I do in the city, I know all the bums at this point. I know it's the same fucking people at every corner. You know, they get their corners. You know, I know the ones on Martin Luther King when you come off 71 there.
Oh, the old lady, you can't hit me with $1.
Those are over in Covington.
Oh, they're also Western Liberties now. You can't hit me with $1. The old lady?
Well, this isn't Liberty. It's Martin Luther King. But anyway, these are junkies every time. There's 3 junkies there. There's 3 junkies on Jefferson over there in Clifton. They're there every single time. The girl used to have a dog. The dog's no longer there. They may have ate it. Who knows?
You know, if you get off on the 5th Street exit, there's one on the left and one in the middle.
5th Street? From where?
You get off 75 South on 5th.
Yeah.
There'd be one in the middle, in the median, and the guy over here.
Oh, yeah. They got it down, man. And the ones in Covington, though, I like that. That old lady always has a stroller with her. And, you know,
there's no baby.
No, I've looked in it. There's no baby. That's where she keeps her homeless stuff. You know, but it's so funny. Her homeless bag.
But the thing about it is, when I drove by this fucking family, it was, like I said, wife, husband, 3 kids, big sign, huge fucking sign. You know, job fell through. Starving family, you know, blah, blah, blah. I didn't have any cash. So I literally pulled over, popped the trunk, gave them my case of water and 2 bags of fucking Doritos. Here, something. I got to give you something.
I would have thrown him a polio blanket.
But the whole point is,
get rid of this problem.
Like, I'm driving by and I'm like, all right, don't look. No, if you don't look, you're a real fucking shit human being. You got to look. And then you look and you go, now I feel bad because I looked.
That's when you roll down the window and go, how much for the girl? You guys look hungry. How much for the girl?
A fucking, you know, you're stuck at that point.
Just to see. If he gives you a number, well, you leave. You ain't giving that guy money. He's a piece of shit. But if he says there's no price for my daughter, then you give him whatever he wants. You know, this is a good guy. You know?
2 bags Doritos, case water.
Case water. Okay.
Case water, 2 bag Dorito. So yeah, that's what I gave him. 2 bags of Doritos and a case of water.
And don't do anything sexual with her. She just becomes your cat.
Your kid. You feed her.
No, you treat her like a cat. You know, feed her cat food, water.
Make her shit in a box.
Make her shit in a box. Climb that tree. Get her one of those cat trees.
Yeah, so that pisses me off.
He got a little Mexican girl on a cat tree when someone comes in. What do you got going on
Guatemalan. Hey, is that one of those Mexican hairless? No, it's Guatemalan.
I got her on a street corner in Coleraine. 2 bottles
of water, 2 big chips. But yeah, that really pisses me off. You know what? Here's what else I hate.
She likes wet food, not dry cat.
Here's what else I hate.
What?
I go to the Speedway by my house. Kids out in front selling candy.
Okay. You don't like kids?
Why are you selling candy in front of a convenience store? I can go in there and buy candy.
It's probably cheaper.
It was.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, I didn't buy it, but the whole point is, why are these convenience stores letting people sell and beg in front of their fucking stores?
I don't know.
Because they're fucking related?
Because who gives a shit? Why would you care about that?
I'm stopping to get a Monster Ultra. New flavor, Ultra Vice.
Those are going to kill you.
I'm stopping to get one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even in the store. Hey, man, you got any change?
Yeah,
hey, you want to buy a candy bar? It's annoying.
Well, you know what you do? You move out of the west side. You don't get that over here. Ever.
No.
Ever.
Over here, you get other stuff.
Not really. Not here. Maybe further. But not here.
Cross burning tonight, 8:00.
Again, A little bit further that way.
Cross burning.
A little bit further. I got black neighbors.
Cross burning, brother. Hey, brother, cross burning.
I'd like you to know there's 3 blacks that live on my street. All right. We're very diverse here on Laverty Lane. All right.
There's like 200 houses on this street.
Shut up, man. We got 3 though. There's probably we got some form of Arab down the street.
I'll bet you $1 that if I can drive through this neighborhood
right now.
Yeah. Now I would have to cover probably a few streets, and I would find somewhere a Confederate flag.
I haven't seen one. I mean, not outside. I'm sure there's probably
maybe a sticker on a window, a car.
No,
I'll see a Confederate flag.
You don't see many of those around here. You really don't.
Cross burning.
There's not. That shit don't go on here. But literally, every single gas station you go to on the west side, someone's asking you for $1 and you can't use the restroom because some fucking asshole overdosed in there last week.
Only the little shitty ones that allow it to go on.
All of them. They're all awful.
Yeah.
Awful. That's just an awful area of town. Everything about it's bad. And the good thing is, though, is Bernie Moreno is coming soon to fix everything. All right. He's gonna
Bernie
kill.
Moreno is a great guy.
He's gonna kill all the trannies. He's gonna fucking just get everybody clean. It's gonna be great.
How about the fact that, and this is fucking true, Trump not only caught up with her, he's ahead in the polls now.
Playing it smart, dude.
He's playing it real fucking smart.
Not only that, but you know what she's lost? She's being
according
exposed.
to the experts.
Yeah,
she's lost most support with black males.
Yeah, you know what's funny is
the black guys don't like her.
There's a part of that makes me think that that's media driven, and I'm not sure how many black males that you know that are gonna be taking these fucking polls. All right. Any real black dudes out there taking political polls?
These guys use weird analysis.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know how much I believe that. But it is funny. I did read that she's trying to appeal to black men, and one of the things that she's doing is
the $20,000 loans.
I don't know about that. The one I read about was making weed federally legal.
Oh yeah,
it's like, really, that's your any black people make weed legal, they'll just
now
cave.
She's got a new program for black male, not black female, black male. $20,000 small business loans that most of the time are fully forgivable.
Oh, good for them.
So basically, hey, black male, here's $20,000. Vote for me.
Vote for me.
Because what kind of business are you going to start with $20,000?
Food truck. That's about it. And there's a million of them, dude. There's a million of them. You drive around downtown now at nighttime, it's full food trucks.
But fully forgivable.
Some of them don't even have trucks. This one cracked me the fuck up. I'm driving down Main Street the other night downtown, and right in front of the courthouse there is just a wooden table set up, a folding table with 3 aluminum, bins like you would see at a wedding,
full a grill.
No grill, just the containers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Full of red beans and rice. And it said red beans and rice on a shitty sign right in front for like $3. And you just had these homeless looking people serving them out of these fucking things, just sitting there cold in the dark in front of City Hall or whatever the fuck's right there, the courthouse. Down the street, there's all sorts of real food trucks. But this food truck, that's not even a truck. They set up a folding table and made some red beans and rice at their house and brought them out and scooping them out. What they did. Yes. I don't even know. How is that? I thought you had to have food licenses and stuff.
Well, you do. You have to have fucking Board of Health permits and all that stuff.
Could you just set up a folding table? I mean, it's not like she was hiding in the corner, literally in front of the cop station. The jailhouse there, everything right there.
Hey, here's what you and me do next week. We go to Subway and get 2 6-foot subs.
Just cut them up.
And we cut them up into 1 inches and sell them for twice the price that we paid.
And then set up our folding table right next to the red beans and rice.
We'll call it JC Sandwich Shop.
That's a good one, dude. Yeah. Maybe we
JC Sandwich Shop. We got a foot long. We got a guy in the back behind a cloth hanging over making sandwiches. But you get it as it comes.
And a full chef coat.
If he says no tomatoes, you have to take the top off.
Just take it off. But do it in front of him. You pull it out and then open it up.
Why do you think it's only $9, bud?
Come on. It's the cheapest thing on the street. Fine, go up there and get one of their $9 tacos.
We'll sell a 2-inch and a 4-inch. $5 and $7.
But could you imagine buying red beans and rice from a bum in front of a...
No.
Folding table. It's like 1:30 in the morning.
And it probably had a name.
And
of a company.
I mean, I think the cops downtown, and I don't even care. All right, this is not me complaining like I want all this to go away, because I don't. I think it's great. It's funny.
It's entertainment.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
But I mean, literally in front of the courthouse and the police station, the whole block smells like weed now, and it's just people out there getting high, selling red beans and rice on the street without any kind of health inspection, and the cops are just walking by, going,
probably buying.
No one gives a shit anymore in this city
about anything,
and I kind of like it, and it kind of scares me at the same time.
I like it. I kind of like it because it's entertaining.
It's exactly.
We can talk about shit like this.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's hurting me because someone's selling red beans and rice on the side of the road, but it just cracks me the fuck up. Like, what are we?
And that's the only menu item they had?
That's just had it on a little shitty sign, and there was literally like 3 aluminum tins full of shit. You know, and this like.
I like red beans and rice.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not buying it there. Like they didn't even have like a sterno with like some heat underneath.
Oh, they didn't?
No, dude. It was just in a container sitting there, open, with the spoon still sitting in it, and these fucking like people probably slobbering on it, like just sitting there waiting on people to come over and buy their red beans and rice.
They're paying them $3 to stand there and
they
scoop it out.
Probably made it under the bridge with that fella I drove to the fucking heart clinic.
No, the beans got to soak for a while. It's a tough process. It's a process for sure. Yeah, you got to soak the beans for a little bit, add the herbs and spices, cook them for like hours.
Yeah, back to the president shit. I think Trump's playing really smart right now, too, as he's going all these like popular young people podcasts.
Yeah. And
he thrives in those because I mean, the guy does have a personality. You know what I mean? He can talk his ass off. Now, does he always make sense? No. But he's really good at controlling conversations. Yeah. And they were even talking about this. I listened to my Andrew Schultz show, and then I listened to the show after that, too, where they were kind of talking about their experience with it and
Andrew
stuff.
Schultz is funny.
He's all right. Sometimes he's good. Sometimes he's not. His show can get annoying because he has 3 yes men on there to just laugh at everything he says. But he is funny in himself. And he's tore Trump up in the past. So it's like he's not like a super Republican dude. I mean, he's been Trumpy all the way since that interview. But that's just because he's joking. You know, I met him. Now he's the best.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. He did ask him who his favorite African-American was, Elon Musk. And that did fucking crack me up.
He said Elon Musk?
Well, he's like, is Elon Musk your favorite African-American? And,
he's great.
And Trump just when he took the question in stride and just sat there and waxed Elon Musk nuts for 2 minutes.
What do you think he would have said if he P. Diddy? I partied with him a couple of times. Diddy, he's a fine guy.
You know,
good American.
There's stories his kids talk about this where Michael Jackson used to come over to their house and play video games with them by himself. Like and his kids were like 15, and he lets Michael Jackson come over and leaves. You know, with his kids when they played arcade games all day. Like, what the fuck? This is not a guy that makes great decisions. But now Trump goes on those things and he appeals to young people, and I'm not, like I said, I would never fucking vote for the guy in a million years. Yeah. I'm not going to fall for his shit, but he's good at it. He is good at making he's very likable in conversations until he says some shit you don't like.
He's relatable.
Yeah.
People look at him they don't look at Trump as a politician. They look at him as just some fucking rich dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he lies constantly and stuff like that.
Well, but Kamala's lying left and right,
and
too.
It was funny, too, because he's like, you know, I'm known as being a very truthful person. And all 3 of the dudes all started cracking up laughing as soon as he said it. Couldn't contain it.
Is it any more truthful than when you're rich, you can grab him by the pussy? I mean, that's pretty truthful.
He is very truthful. Well, that's the thing, is he's very truthful while being full of shit at the same time. It's a fine line this guy pulls. He's probably your next president, though. The Democrats fucked up.
2 weeks ago, you were saying Kamala is, and I was too.
No, and it might swing again. Who knows? The general public's retarded, and we're getting fed stories by the media, and who knows what's right and what's wrong. You know, like it's not like we fucking know,
but she's fucking
just
up.
The general feel I get from this country, I feel like he's gonna win. But you know, I thought Hillary would win going in that one.
I didn't.
I thought Biden would win. So, you know, I've been half. The last 2, I've been midway. So
hey, let's get to asshole because I've got a good one
of the week. Oh shit! What is it?
9.
1. It's F1, dude.
I don't know the controls.
Yeah, I don't either. They're never on.
It works.
Oh, yeah. Everything works here. Flowing. Asshole of the week.
And I've got an asshole of the week.
I got one too.
I've got 3.
Oh, Jesus
all
Christ.
Lumped into one giant asshole.
All right, you want me to go first since I only got one?
First. Yeah.
All right. Fucking Todd, dude. Todd, you're an asshole. Todd was a fucking Uber customer or Lyft. I don't remember which one I had the other day. First ride of the night, this fucking fat cunt and his friend come into my car with all sorts of food. They're going to some party. And this fucking dipshit spills Skyline chili dip all over the back of my fucking car.
You got paid for that, didn't you?
No. It's the first run of the night, right? First run of the night. So it's a Saturday night. So I had to, they tried to clean it up the best they could or whatever, but it was obviously still soaking wet when they were done. There's still little pieces of fucking ground beef is what I seen. It looked like it wasn't even good Skyline dip. The ground beef was way too big. What's they have ground beef in it for? Does that even have Skyline dip?
Skyline has got ground beef in it.
What has the Skyline dip does, the actual chili dip, but it's not giant chunks of ground beef.
Oh, no.
No, this had big chunks of ground beef. So this guy was making some booty ass fucking Skyline dip to begin with. And I'll also go out on a limb. Hey guys, girls, whatever. When it's time to bring a snack to the party, don't go with Skyline dip. That's the laziest fucking thing ever, and it gets cold right away. It's just not a great thing to bring.
And the cheese gets hard.
That's what I mean. It's not a good, it's a lazy snack to bring because literally all you do is pour Skyline and put cheese and sour cream on top and you're done.
Cream cheese.
Yeah, and people think all of a sudden that you're a fucking cook. It's not. It sucks. Fuck you. But this cunt spilled it all over the back of my seat. Like I said, I had to clean it up, and then after he left, I had to go home with a hair dryer for 2 hours. Or not for 2 hours, but I, hair dried it for a while to make sure it was dry before.
Why
I
didn't
went
you
back
submit
out.
the ticket
All right,
and get paid?
Because Uber's also an asshole, dude. All right, you take a pic. This is what you have to do. You have to take a picture, and then you have to go get it professionally cleaned, and then take a picture of the receipt. And then send it to them. And they are up, and then it's up to them at that point if they want to approve it. So you've already spent the money.
Oh, Lyft isn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know if Lyft's thing is or not. It was definitely Uber because it was dealing with that. Uber didn't used to be. You used to take a picture of it and they'd send you $80 or whatever they thought it was. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nowadays, you have to get it professionally cleaned and then bring them a receipt. Now, where am I going to do that at 6 o'clock on a Saturday night?
Nowhere.
All right, and the next day, it has to be done within 36 hours too. Sunday, Monday. And if I left it there, then I obviously couldn't drive all Saturday night either. So it would ruin my whole night. So when these guys did that, it took them fucking forever to try to clean it up. Then we're just driving there and they tried to make small talk. I fucking just did not talk to them one bit. I gave them they knew I was pissed, And the guy was like, I'm sorry, man. And I was like, it's all right, man. That's just probably cost me about $200 in my night.
Did you say that?
Yeah. And he didn't say anything else.
Did he tip?
$10. Asshole. $10 is not going to make up for my time, anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like maybe that's a good tip on a normal fucking ride. Of course, $10 is great.
Yeah.
But when you fuck up my car and cripple me basically for 2 hours, which is at least like a $50, $60 loss usually, as well as time and effort to clean my fucking car, which I don't want to do. I had to drive all the way home from Clifton too to do it. So that's mileage, everything. It all adds up.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker gives me $10, and then Uber, you got to jump through 30 fucking hoops to get anything. Everybody's a fucking asshole in this situation. I'm just trying to make a goddamn living out here.
Used to be, hey, guy puked on my floor. Picture. That's what Lyft still is.
Yes, that's what it always was.
What Lyft does now, it used to be here's the cost, $80 to clean up a mess if they deemed it worthy. Mm-hmm. Now they change it. Oh, that's only $20. Yeah, you can clean that yourself. I'll save you $20.
Uber used to be a pretty simple $200 for puke and like $80 for everything else.
Yeah.
And now I don't know what it is. Now it's apparently whatever the fucking detailer charges. And then like it says in the small print, and we'll decide if we want to. And it's like, what do you mean? So you can go over there and pay $80 to some asshole to clean your car, and then they go, we're not paying for that. And then you're just stuck with that money as well as missing out on all the time.
They charge the customer for it.
They only charge the customer after the fact, after the receipt.
Well, yeah, but they can and do charge the customer.
Yeah, you're right. It would never cost anything.
Never cost them anything.
I don't know, dude. The whole thing's fucking retarded, and I hate it.
All right, well, here's my asshole. There's 3, and maybe more.
Okay.
Asshole of the week, all the Kardashians. Now, I'm going to start with the 3 daughters. I'm just going to start with the 3.
All right.
Kourtney, Kim,
Khloe.
And Khloe. I'm going to start with them. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a whole lot of celebrities that I can lump into this asshole, but I'm focusing on them because I don't like them.
Yeah, sure.
There's a big pilgrimage and a big push to release the Menendez brothers.
Oh, I'm kind of with it.
You're on that push?
Yeah, I watched the show. Watch that show. You're going to.
They slaughtered their parents.
Their parents did some awful things. I would have slaughtered them too.
Hold on a second. I normally would say that if there was any proof, which there isn't, there's a letter.
No. There's a lot of proof. There's a lot of proof.
But to ease their suffering of being molested after they slaughtered their parents, They went within 6 months to a year and spent $3 million on boats and cars.
No. And
well, I think they weren't seeing therapy.
They
slaughtered him and then bought fucking Ferraris and trips around the world. Fuck you.
It was more of one of them. So this is the way I've really dove into. That's funny that I share asshole this week because I've really dove into that whole thing.
They killed two people
last month. Yeah, those people deserved it. I mean, there's no doubt. And the first trial, there was a lot more.
You believe that their father was fucking them?
Yes. There's another. He was fucking one of the dudes in Menendez. He was fucking all sorts of people. That guy was fucked up. Super fucked up.
Okay, well then how about instead of slaughtering them, shooting them with 12 gauges, go to the authorities. Try to
whatever
do it that way.
Whatever.
And then how about not buying a Lamborghini to ease your suffering?
Well, I think.
Fuck you.
Again, I went in a deep dive with the Menendez brothers.
A deep dive of what was shown to you.
Well, I've watched like 6 documentaries and the whole show, so yeah, it's what's shown to me, but that's a bunch of different points of view and you get it. The first trial, they had all sorts of evidence of this dad doing that shit. And the judge threw it out for the second trial after the home trial.
They weren't allowed to use
the second trial, they got fucked hard. All right. Now, should they went to jail? Of course, they killed people. You know what I mean? But yes, what happened to them was completely fucked up. Now, I think it turned one of the brothers into a complete psychopath. The older one,
Eric.
Lyle? No, Lyle.
Lyle
was pretty much the one that, according to everything, that afterwards was the one just out there spending money and doing shit. And just Eric was kind of just like for one thing, Lyle used to fuck Eric too.
So let's release him. Good guy.
Well, no, his dad used to stick a pencil up or a toothbrush up his ass all the time. And then Lyle did that to his brother when he was 12 and his brother was 9 or whatever. These are kids that are fucked up. I mean, you start getting a pencil shoved up your ass when you're 5, you're not going to grow up and be a normal person. All right.
But in all aspects, they were normal kids. They were going to rich schools.
They were going to normal. Now, look, but they were having all sorts of issues.
I'm not condoning fucking child molestation. But what I'm saying is you lost me when you went out and started buying fucking luxury yachts and fucking Lamborghinis.
You didn't
You weren't suffering at this point. Okay, you weren't fucked up.
But you're going to be fucked up the rest of your life if that happens to you.
But guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to kill my parents and then I'm going to say, here's why I did it, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say, this Lamborghini Countach here is going to fucking make me feel better.
Lyle thought it was the perfect murder when they got done. He thought that they were never going to get caught.
A 12 gauge?
And they probably would have never got caught. The only reason they got caught is because Eric told his psychiatrist and then ended up getting back to the cops after a while. And they had all the tapes of him, with all the omission, with everything, talking about the molestations and everything too. But, also talking about the murders and all that stuff. But I mean, that's the main reason why they got caught to begin with. Unless they probably wouldn't have. And their dad was rich. He was a big time record executive and stuff. Yeah, there's a documentary that came out recently too, where one of the Menudo kids was getting fucked by him also. Like this guy.
Well, if it was Ricky Martin, he enjoyed it.
It wasn't Ricky Martin. Apparently, Ricky Martin was the only one out of Menudo that hasn't came out and said that he got fucked. Like everybody else is like, yeah, this was, all these high ups would fuck us and stuff. And no, Ricky Martin's never said anything. But I'm sure he got fucked too. You know what I mean? Either way, should they get out of jail? I don't know. Whatever. They still did murder 2 people, but I do understand it at the same time. And I guess I get. Even though they have the same background as what happened to him. And Eric was still getting fucked at that time. His dad was still fucking beating the shit out of him and fucking him and stuff. Like up until I think like a month or something beforehand where Lyle finally confronted him and said, if you do this again to him, I'm going to fucking kill you. And then later they ended up killing him. But
was the mother doing that?
The mother.
Did she deserve a 12 gauge to the head too?
No, she knew the whole time though. She didn't do anything about it.
But my whole point
and apparently she was like some kind of giant fucking alcoholic pill head. And she would, I don't know. There's other issues too. That show on Netflix is super interesting. And I heard it's pretty accurate outside of they have a whole thing of the brothers wanting to fuck each other all the time. And the brothers are pissed off about that because they're like, hey man, molested me when we were a kid because he was getting molested by our dad. Didn't know any better. But after that, we didn't, we're not fucking. And they make it look like that they're still to this day, like making out and shit. Like taking showers together.
There's a story and it's close. It's not exactly the same thing. And I get it. But there's a woman in Fairfield or Hamilton that robbed a bank in April. She's 75 years old.
Uh-huh.
She was totally scammed by a scammer out of her entire life savings and her retirement and everything, and she had nothing. And she was 75.
Yeah.
Tried to rob a bank, got caught. Well, she's doing 15 years.
Yeah.
The point that she got fucked over sucks, but you don't turn around and do something fucking stupid and make it worse on yourself.
Well, I don't.
You still have to be accountable. And they took a 12 gauge and shot their dad and mom in the face. How about going to the cops? How about leaving? You're adults now. Yeah. How about leaving the house?
Again, of course. I mean, a logical mind says
they were grown-ups.
They're grown-ups that were fucked since the time they were fucking 3 years old. And these are not going to be normal people. They're not going to have normal rational thoughts that you have. They're not going to, that kind of stuff doesn't run through their head as easy as it would a person that didn't go through those experiences. I'm not justifying what they did. They still have to do jail time. I just don't know if it should be life. You know what I mean? I think to a certain extent, that does become, I mean, the girl you just said, she's robbing a bank. The bank didn't fuck her over. Some other thing did. You know, these are the actual people that caused.
But the banks are insured. No, they won't lose the money.
Whatever. But I'm just saying they were the Menendez boys were punishing the actual people that caused their life to be a fucking living hell for 18 years. So, with that being said, I justify that more than the lady robbing a random bank. You know, if I punch you, you can't go punch Tom because Tom has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? But if I punch you and you punch me back, all right, well, then that's a little bit more.
But my whole point is,
I don't know. I think from everything I know, those people should be dead, and I don't mind that they got blown up. You know, that's just me and child molesters. I don't give a fuck if
I don't
child
like
molesters.
I hate child molesters.
Well, I think you just don't believe their story.
It's not that I don't believe it. But I'm saying if it was happening for 18 years, you become a grown-up and you do that, and then you turn around and you take all the cash and start living it up.
Again, that was one brother, and he was probably a fucked up.
Then let the little one go.
But even him, it's like...
Let the little one who was getting fucked by the dad and the brother. The asshole older brother who was doing it.
He only fucked him, I think. Well, not fucked him, but he stuck that toothbrush in his butt or whatever. I think that only happened once, and then they figured that out.
But the whole point is, like I was saying, he went out and just started saying, okay, they're dead now. Yeah. We're even, so this money's mine now. I'm just
he went out and spent a lot. Yeah, they went out and spent a shit ton.
And my whole point is that if you're that fucked up in the head, and I know you're saying it's rational thinking, and I get all that. I understand it, and
they're dead. You're saying they're adults, but come on, between me and you, 18 years old, are you an adult?
One was 18, one was like 21,
okay,
right?
Either way. I mean, are we 18, 20-year-olds? Are we fully thinking adults? I don't know about you. I don't feel like an adult until like I was like 35.
But at the same time, if you pull out a 12 gauge and kill your parents, should you just be excused because they molested you?
No, but I think they've done their time. I don't even
know how long they were in. What, 25 years now?
Yeah, it's been 25, 30 years or something like that. They've been in jail longer than they've been out of jail in their lives. I know that is what. So I mean, I think that's fair. Especially if you had people that medical people that cleared them that they were right in their head and blah 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 nowadays.
Now I would be different. Now the story I heard.
I mean, the
reason that they're my assholes is because now if everything that's happening in these documentaries is true and they truly were raped by their own fucking father and their mom let it happen, hey. I agree with you. They've done their time. Let them out. But according to what the Kardashians are saying, is there's a letter that came before the murders proving it. Well, a letter doesn't prove it. I want some DNA. Well, no, I want somebody that had seen it.
It does kind of prove it. I mean, why else would he be writing it 2 years before if it wasn't true? But that's not what they're saying. And again, what bothers me the most about the Kardashians is they've probably watched the same fucking show as I have, and all of a sudden they act like they need to do some.
Because they want to be in the spotlight.
They're just probably being tricked. I don't know about tricked, but definitely influenced by the way that they're portrayed in certain things to be better than it is, and who knows. But either way, the letter that came out, and then the Menendez brothers thing is the new evidence. That wasn't in part of the first trial. Now, the first trial had a lot of evidence.
Why didn't the Menendez brothers come forward earlier?
Not the Menendez. It was just one guy.
Well, why didn't he come forward?
Why doesn't anyone that got raped come forward earlier? I don't know. I've never been raped, but that's a pretty normal thing. You see it all the time. Have fucking 3 people put charges in this week against P. Diddy. And most of them were from early 90s.
Well,
so it's like, that's a normal thing.
Please don't think for a second that I'm not saying what they did was in some way justified, because if you fuck me in the ass my whole life and you're my father, I'm probably going to want to kill you too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying all of the sudden, the 3 Kardashian girls step out of the limelight and say, set them free.
It's because it's back. It's because it's back in the news. Yeah,
they media hungry bitches.
The same evidence, basic evidence, has been out there forever. I mean, if you actually whenever that first trial and all the evidence that was introduced, and it was a hung jury, there was only one person that would not or that wouldn't let him free. You know, the rest of them were all the jurors were like, you know, these guys got fucked up. This is crazy. You know what I mean? But the one guy's like, no. So we did a hung jury over just that one thing, and then they redid it, and the second time the judge didn't allow any of the abuse.
Yeah, I knew that.
I mean, and then if you take out the abuse, well, of course they're guilty as fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
my whole point is, ever since, and like I said,
Lyle,
if all this is true,
again.
let them go. If all this is true, they've done enough time. I agree with you. If it's proven and you have proof that I don't know about, I believe you. Okay, you got proof here. They did it. They've done their time. Let them go. But ever since Kim Kardashian got divorced from Kanye, let's face it, she's been irrelevant.
I haven't really heard much about her. Well, she dated Pete for a a bit, Ugly Pete Davidson. But outside of that,
she hates being irrelevant.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She married Kanye to be relevant. She likes being in the spotlight, and now all of a sudden she's not in the spotlight. Neither are her ridiculously plastic surgeon sister, fucking Chloe, and the cute one, Courtney. They're not in the spotlight anymore, and they want to be. That's why they're my assholes, because they stepped out and they said, hey, we're here. We're still the Kardashians. Let them go. And then everybody's like, oh, isn't it sweet of these 3 girls trying to... Fuck you, you irrelevant cunt.
I didn't know much about it until you brought it up. I've just said I watched a bunch of the Menendez stuff, but either way...
I mean, they're not leading the charge.
I don't know anything. So, like, I don't care, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the inside scoop on what actually happened with the Menendez brothers. If their story's true, sure. I think you don't just let them free, though. I mean, maybe a retrial would be the way you would go about that. I don't know how that works legally, but maybe a retrial
or
with
maybe some serious fucking psychiatric help.
Well, I'm sure they've had that. They've been in there for 25 years.
They've been in prison, though, not a psycho hospital.
Not a psycho hospital, but I imagine
they've been sitting around other inmates sharing.
It depends. You can do what. They're both married now, too. I love that shit. I love people that get married in prison. Like,
to a woman they'll never see. I'm on death row. I'm going to marry you.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what, though? I found out that if let's say you're on death row and you do get married, they will give you, I think, a conjugal visit on your wedding night.
One last fuck?
Yeah, I think.
Well, then why wouldn't you get married?
I think. I'm not sure. Maybe some states do and some states don't. But my whole point is the trial, the letting them go, to me, is fucking irrelevant. Yeah, they killed somebody. I think they deserve, but they've been there a long time. But the whole point is, since they're not in the fucking media, they're going to put their name out there and say, now there's a lot of celebrities in this, but those people are still relevant. These guys aren't. These girls aren't. And you know what?
They've never been relevant per se.
Oh,
we say they're not relevant, but they're worth billions of dollars. I mean, the Kardashians are still relevant, just not the
Kardashians don't like to just be worth billions of dollars. They like to be on TV.
And I guess you're right. I don't know. But they're still on TV, aren't they? Do people still watch them? I don't know. I could have sworn she doesn't watch. I usually judge everything by my wife.
I mean, their spotlight got taken away by a lot of factors. I mean, Bruce getting the surgery, that took a lot of emphasis off them and on her. The mother got old. Mm-hmm. And she's no longer the hot MILF.
She was always so hot, too.
She's not anymore.
Yeah, I always thought the mom was like the hottest one until she started getting the surgery.
Courtney was the cutest one. But now that fucking scumbag ex-husband she has at Disick,
that guy's
he's got a show.
I like that guy.
He's got a show.
He's a psycho.
He's nuts.
Yeah, I like that guy because he's just a rich douche.
I watched, in my whole fucking life, I watched one episode of the Keeping Up with Kardashians because I was flipping through it. And Courtney, his wife at the time, had a hot chick over. So he actually hatched a plan to have a 3-way. And he walked out there.
Move.
He walked out there in a fucking Speedo at the pool. And he goes, any of you girls interested in a little sausage for lunch? And I said, that's fucking funny.
That's a good guy there.
Sausage. Well, it backfired on him. He got no 3-way. But like I said, the whole point is that's why they're my assholes.
Yeah,
so
I've
take it for what it's worth.
That show's been on in the room that I've been in a million times, but I've never actually paid any attention to it.
And, out of all of them, the most famous one now is Kylie Jenner. So, because she's a billionaire.
How does she get $1 billion?
Makeup and clothing line, I believe.
These people are worth $1 billion. Like, how? What do they do? I've never even seen it.
TikTok, makeup, and clothing.
Like Shaq, I get it. Shaq should be worth $1 billion. I see him all the Snoop Dogg. He's on everything. That guy should be worth $1 billion.
He's watching fucking beach volleyball at the Olympics.
You can't turn on a show without Snoop Dogg popping up somewhere. All right.
But you know what? No matter how fucking commercial that guy is, He's Snoop, man. He's fucking cool.
He's just a stoner from the hood.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, he's been that forever.
But yeah, that's why they're my assholes.
And now he's a professional cool uncle, basically.
Basically.
You know, the cool uncle at the barbecue, that is Snoop now for the rest of the time he's alive, and good for him, you know?
Yeah.
He really did. I'll say he took the Willie Nelson. He's like the black Willie Nelson, you know? He's just going to... Not many people can tell you many Willie Nelson songs.
But isn't it weird that, like, I'm not black. I don't know the community, but I know what I see. Isn't it weird that they don't look at him as a sellout? They should, because in the past they've looked at other people as a sellout, much less. Well, I mean, you say sellout. He's hanging out with Martha Stewart.
Yeah, but hanging out, sure, but he's not. He's never changed who he was. No. He's been Snoop Dogg from the very beginning. You know,
yeah, but he was hood gangster Snoop Dogg when he got famous.
Well, he still is. He's just rich, so he knows that's kind of ridiculous to act that way. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's just him growing up in general.
Yeah,
He was Snoop Dogg was 17 when The Chronic came out.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude was a child. Yeah. You know, and blew up huge. I mean, Snoop was the biggest name in rap music in 1992.
Oh, without a doubt.
You know, when Dre came out with that album, of course, Dre was already big and that album was huge, but it made a star out of Snoop.
Fast.
More so than it made a star out of Dre. Dre was already, you know, known. So that, and Snoop became fucking huge for like 3 years, you know, where musically, everywhere you went, that's all you heard was Snoop Dogg. And then musically, he kind of trailed off. You get a song here and there, but culturally, he's just been fucking everywhere. And now he's finally crossed over where the white people love him. Everybody loves Snoop Dogg. You know, he's just like a good dude everybody likes. So
yeah,
good for fucking Snoop.
Those are my assholes.
Yeah, Snoop's not an asshole.
No,
Kardashians. And
and it's only because, like I said, if you really have in your head, hey, these people were fucked up by their parents. Parents deserve to die. Do your thing. Do whatever you can. Get them out. I'm all for that. But what I'm not for is for you to, you know, a lot of people do these kind of things without media coverage and all that. They just want to help. They just want to do the right thing. But the Kardashians are like, wait, we're helping. We're helping.
I don't think enough rapists get shotgun shoved up their assholes.
Did he get shoved up his ass?
No.
They shot him in the face.
They shot him in the face. You know, they shot him. I think the mom got shot more than the dad. But
she did.
But like I said, that...
Because one brother shot the dad and one shot the mom, right? They didn't both.
No, they both came in and shot, but then the Lyle really finished off the mom. I think he reloaded and went back in and shot her. Like some crazy shit like that. Lyle might not be... I mean, if all the documentaries are accurate and all that show is even semi-accurate, maybe leave him in. You know, maybe we should just... He came off as a lot more of a psychopath.
Yeah, like I said, they lost me with the spending of the money, the way they did it.
Well, and the way that's framed, it was pretty much all him.
Was it?
Yeah, so whatever.
See, I never cared enough to see who it was.
I didn't either. The show's fucking good, though, and I stuck around for the show. And then after I watched the show, I watched like 5-6 documentaries and spent like 2 days reading all sorts of shit.
When I was younger, I watched that trial. Yeah. You know what I mean? I saw it.
Well, but again, if you only saw the second trial, which was probably the one they televised, or if that's the one you remember, then of course they didn't let them.
The thing about it is, like when they were on the stand and they were crying and telling the story, you didn't believe either one of them. Yeah. It looked like they were acting. Well, Eric was going... It looked like Brad Pitt trying to cry. Brad Pitt's the worst movie crier ever.
Well, and I think that was part of their problem, too, is they were known. They were really portrayed by the media. And, you know, and you probably looked at it this way, and I'm sure I would have if I remembered. I don't really remember this because I was only like 12 or 13. But they were rich kids that were really portrayed as rich, spoiled kids that killed their parents for money. So, like, if you go in there, think of that.
Well, they were spoiled.
Yeah,
they had
silver
spoons up there.
Yeah, no, they had...
And toothbrushes.
They had everything up their ass. They sucked a lot of
But
dick.
I guarantee the toothbrushes weren't like regular Oral-B's. I guarantee it was
nice
gold handle,
Yeah, it was nice toothbrushes.
Oh, yeah, the kind that are like $18 for just a brush.
It was too long ago. Nowadays, he could have put a Bluetooth up your ass and fucking spun it with your zap, you know? He could have got real creative. You know, it's much more fun for these molesters nowadays, you know, with the technology.
They got remotes. They can molest you from across town.
Yeah, dude, molesters love nowadays. It's a big molester. It's like the molester era.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they call this era right now. Between the internet and all the technology, this is the molesters era.
The fucking Catholic Church in L.A. is right now in the process of paying a $1 billion class action.
What, $1 for every kid they fucked?
No, they said it was like 100,000 people affected by this, or something like that. But the whole point is...
I shouldn't be laughing, but I don't get in 2024 how anyone is going to the Catholic Church. I just don't get it. Like if I had a child, there's no way I would put him in that system. You know, no way. I don't care if you
definitely wouldn't leave him alone.
I'm not putting them in the system. You've lost trust, dude. When we're talking about like 100,000 people getting fucked.
I think they said 100. It might have been 14,000 or 140,000.
If you look at the total numbers that have happened that have just been exposed in the last 30 years, the numbers are gigantic. I'm not saying that if there was anywhere else in the world where you said, hey, I'm going to put my kid in the woods and there's a 1 in so much chance that he's going to get fucked by a werewolf, you're not going to throw your kid out in the woods, all right?
Well, no, but normally every time there's a Catholic Church payout where they're actually saying, okay, we're just going to settle, there's always a gag order. You can't talk about it. And the Catholic Church in the past never does any apologizing. This is the first time that the fucking Archbishop in L.A. got on there and said, I pray to God that this will in some way let you heal. I'm sorry this happened to your families. First time anybody that I've seen actually own up to it.
Well, isn't that a lot to do with the nowadays Pope?
Yeah.
Isn't he a little bit more like,
he's much more liberal.
Let's get rid of this fucking shit.
Yeah,
Let's stop fucking the kids.
And what pisses me off is the modern day Pope.
They need to change the rules, dude.
But the modern day Pope
they need to let popes have wives and shit. Like they need to change, or not popes, but they need to let priests have wives and girlfriends and shit. They need to change that rule. You cannot expect a grown man to stay celibate their whole life. You can't. That's not natural. Like it's just not. I don't care how much you love God. You know, right? It's gonna fuck with people. You gotta change that rule.
What I'm saying is the modern day Pope was the first one to actually say, you know, you can go to heaven if you commit suicide. Hey, abortion is sometimes necessary.
No, he's
and the diehard crazy Catholics are going, we don't like this Pope.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, a lot of the priests and the archbishops and cardinals that are in these cities now are going, they agree with him, and they're like, hey, let's try to be more human about this. And like I said, so I got to give this guy full credit because he went on and wholeheartedly apologized. He didn't try to say, here's the money, shut up. You know, he said, I am sorry this happened to you. I wish to God it never did. I hope this heals you. And you got to give that guy a little bit of credit. He's probably in hot water with someone.
You think this is the first pope that never fucked a kid? Maybe that's why? So he didn't have some making up to do?
I don't think any pope ever fucked a kid.
Oh, come on.
No,
Ever?
No,
ever.
When you're a pope, dude, you don't come from a neighborhood parish. You're in a special place in the world where you're groomed.
Well, nowadays, I don't know, man.
You're in a place where
I've seen the tutors.
You are fucking groomed to be a cardinal, then you're groomed to be a bishop, and you are fucking groomed.
Yeah, groomed, exactly.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you're
groomed
not
is the perfect word.
You're not at a regular church, fucking.
You don't think they did? We're talking about the extra creeps. They're probably extra fucking. I don't know. I don't trust any of it. Like I said, I don't trust the idea of a bunch of celibate males all hanging out together and being cool with it. I just don't. Well, and you know, and there's nothing. Again, obviously, I don't give a fuck if you're gay or not. But if you go to these, what do they call them? The places where they teach people to be priests.
Yeah.
Synagogue something. I forget what they got one in Mount Washington, and I used to deliver pizza to it.
They got one in Madera too.
They used to deliver pizzas to it all the fucking time.
Seminary,
and 9 out of 10 of them were 100% gay. You know, you could just right off the bat handing them a pepperoni pizza. I could tell they were gay.
I picked up a guy who was,
and there's nothing wrong with that, but still,
at a seminary, the big seminary in like Madera, okay, huge one there. He said now. You got to be a college graduate to become a priest.
Yeah, you got to get a bachelor's degree.
But it was never like that before. If you wanted to give yourself to God, you went through the steps and you fucking learned everything. Now they want you educated. They want you. I don't know if you have to have it in fucking theology, but you have to have a college degree now to be a priest.
Which is crazy. I mean, you guys.
It's like,
what about? What do they need to get in sales?
But it's always been a
marketing.
Calling. It's always been a calling.
Yeah,
I guess. Something's telling me I got to serve God.
I want to fuck some kids.
Well, I need to become You got to go to college first.
I got to be a priest. Got to fuck these kids. Yeah, man. No, fuck the Catholic Church. I know that your family's Catholic and you were raised Catholic, but that is just they've fucked up too many times, man. You got to figure something else out.
In my whole life,
you can love God
Catholic,
without fucking kids.
No one's ever done anything weird.
Well, that's good, but I mean, let's face it. There's a lot of people that can't say the same.
Oh yeah,
and they've lost all trust in the way they've handled it for years and years and years and years and years. I just don't know how you send your kids there, but you know, whatever. That's me. My kid listens to Eminem. You know, I'm not the fucking greatest parent either. What else we got? Well, you got some cucking?
Yeah, I got some cuck stories.
You got a cuck story, right?
Yeah. First of all, the regular cuck family is moving. As you know, they're moving to Florida
many a times.
leaving here very shortly. They want a nice send-off before they go. But they've given me yet another phone number.
No, you gave me one last week.
Another one.
2 weeks ago.
2 days
ago.
ago.
Do every okay.
They gave me another one.
Okay. Man, they're just a cucking tree, right?
Well, it's their circle of friends.
Well, that's so weird.
Yeah.
It cucks hang out. Hey, man, you a cuck? I'm a cuck. You want to go watch the game?
But this one, the woman is hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm going to have to take a pass on it.
Whoa, why?
I was talking to the husband. Now, most of these couples...
She your kid's teacher or something?
No, but most of these couples have started as... they were in swinger groups, wife swapping and doing all that stuff. The original cuck that I've been seeing for years, they got out of that. They didn't want that, but they still wanted, and that's what apparently these other ones that they've introduced me to are. Mm. But this one, and it's the hottest one so far, this woman, except for the bodybuilder, she's hotter. But I was talking to them on a group chat, and they used to do fucking crazy stuff. I mean, this girl used to get gangbanged by 10 guys.
Ew.
They used to go to fucking the islands, the hedonism and shit, and let 20 guys go up in this bitch.
Yeah, she used to diddy it.
And I just don't know if that's where I'm headed.
That's just too much?
I don't mind the wife swapping. I don't mind the the occasional orgy. But when you tell me first thing that you've spent 15 years getting gangbanged by groups of dudes, I think you lost me.
Yeah, really. It's just it's what's the problem? I understand like me, I wouldn't want that, but I'm a fucking dork when it comes to this stuff compared to you. So
I'm a person that believes this, and I might be a dumbass.
I'm the guy that would never like fuck even a stripper. I'm like, ugh, so like I don't count. But you,
I might be a dumbass because I'm not a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you've been fucked by 1,000 guys, your pussy's this big.
I don't know how that works. We've talked about this before. I think the pussy does not expand, but
wouldn't it have to?
I don't think it stays that way.
Wouldn't it have to at that many years?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I'm not either. But the whole point is,
I bet you most doctors probably couldn't answer that.
The ones that I've fucked with, they've done some wife swapping and stuff, but they're used to swapping with one guy and having the husband who probably was kind of sexually inadequate at some point. But this girl's getting railed by fucking teams of fucking young guys, who just fuck for 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? And now she told me she'd be more than willing to provide me with test results and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, that's cool. But when the stuff that she would do, I mean, they would tell me that literally they went to islands, that hedonism thing. They used to go every year for like 8 years. And every year when they went there, she got fucked by at least 30 dudes. And I'm sitting there going, that's a lot of dicks over the years. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to be able to I'm not going to satisfy her. She's been railed by 10,000 guys.
Maybe. I mean, if she's willing for 10,000 dudes, that means that she's maybe very easily sacified.
It could be.
You know what I mean?
And the fact that she's very attractive, yeah, but... And me not being a doctor or in the medical field at all.
No pictures?
Thinking that pussy's gigantic.
She didn't send you pictures of her pussy?
Yeah, I got pictures.
Of her pussy?
No, her pussy, yes, but not like laid open like a wound or anything.
Okay.
I got naked pictures.
All right. Well, I'm just wondering if you could see the wear and tear.
Well, they would gladly send me one. They sent me some from behind and...
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't brown.
It wasn't brown. No, it was nice and pink. Nice. She's into her, she's not like a bodybuilder, but she takes care of herself and all that. But I'm thinking, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to suck. I just fucked the Royal Army 2 weeks ago. What are you going to do for me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't
it's more of a self-image thing.
I wouldn't have thought that would have slowed you down, honestly.
Well, no, I'm still going to do it once.
Me.
Okay. Probably, but what I'm saying is...
You just don't expect it to be
the original cuck, I make her fucking see God, and it's just me.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I'm thinking that maybe this girl's just not going to be so easily...
She's seen many a gods.
Yeah, she's not going to be so easily pleasured by the likes of me. And I'm thinking that, I'd still put the show on. I'd still a lot of name calling, stuff like this, but I just don't think I would satisfy her after the thing. She's been to the extreme.
God, what a weirdo. Whoa, watch your wife get banged by 30 dudes. I mean, definitely.
Yeah, but he said they haven't done that. They gave up that part of the swinger lifestyle about 3 years ago. And now they just do the occasional house party or whatever. But from what the horror stories they told me, my God, this girl was getting railed by platoons. I'm talking 20, 30 guys at a time.
Her pussy was D-Day.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, it was like a porn star.
Up.
She was laying on a bed, and they were standing in line like it was Black Friday.
Oh, man.
Hey, my turn, and
I got a coupon.
Yeah, and I was like, all these guys wear rubbers? I said, and she goes, well, most of them did. And I was like, most of them did. So you're going to let a perfect stranger that you've known for the fact of a telephone call come in blasting your wife with 20 other dudes. They're fucking football teams, dude. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to satisfy this broad. There's no way. So I'm accepting my limitations and probably saying no.
But you just said you're going to say yes.
I say once.
Well, that is yes.
I just want to because she's hot.
Well, yeah, you have to at least see what the
they're looking for a regular.
What if, I don't know, what if it's the opposite? What if every dick goes in there, it gets a little tighter? Now she's had 3,000 dicks. She's like a
personal experience tell me that's not the case.
The science says that's not a fact.
Well, that's personal experience that tells me that's not the case. If I go in, if I sleep with a woman and she's tight as a drum, she's like, well, it's been a while. Well, I can tell. Not, hey, just the other day I fucked a Ford plant. You know what I mean?
Ford plant.
It just, I don't think I'm going to be able to accomplish the goal of making this woman go crazy while the husband sits there and goes, God, I wish I was adequate. You know what I mean?
Just make sure they were all white. All right.
Oh, they ask no questions. I guarantee they ask no questions. You're going to say, hey, I need 30 white guys for a fucking train on my old lady?
Yeah.
No, who's out there?
No.
That's what it is. Who's out there?
No.
It's like a fucking department store. You don't care where the money's coming from as long as it's coming. They got dick. They don't care what color.
I heard there's whole Venezuelan mobs taking over the orgies. You can't even get all white dicks now.
Yeah. And
the next thing you know, immigrant dick.
Like I said, I probably will say yes one time, but I have a feeling it's not going to go well.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm going to go in there and do what I normally do with the regular cuck families. Mm-hmm. And she's going to go, oh, that was fun. But how can I compare?
Pee in a rug. That's a power move, dude.
I pee in the bathroom.
I'm the pee guy.
I pee in the bathroom.
That's what I do.
But he's not the nightgown type or anything. He's a watcher. But the whole point is I'm going to go in there and I'm going to do my best and I'm going to leave there fucking going... and she's going to go, that was all right. That's fine.
Yeah, Rodrigo was better.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah, Rodrigo and his 18 brothers were
you should have seen this down in Brazil.
Yeah. I just don't think I'm going to be able to measure up to a woman who's taken that many dick.
Yeah, that sucks. Man, I harvested my crop, my plant.
How did it turn
marijuana
out?
Plant. I don't know yet because it's still curing. I over-dried it a little bit, I think, but I did get some mold, man.
You got mold?
I got mold, and I had to throw a good chunk of it out.
Smoke the mold.
No.
Smoke mold.
That don't sound healthy.
That could be the new latest thing.
No, it's a thing. I mean,
people smoke mold?
Yeah, people still smoke moldy weed. But
dude, what are you smoking? Mold.
Mold, dude. I'm all fucked up on that mold. Now, I heard it doesn't really, it just makes you cough a little bit more, and it's not good for you, so obviously don't do it.
Yeah, obviously.
But I don't think it fucks you up.
Putting mold purposely into your body is not going to be a good thing.
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
So, no, I had to throw a good chunk of it out, and... yeah, and I dried it out too much. Growing weed's hard. Well, okay, growing weed's easy until it's time to cut it down and do everything you got to do with it. And then like that process takes up so much fucking time. And then my shit didn't even turn out good anyways. But
did you smoke it?
I smoked one joint of it because it's not really ready for until a month.
Oh,
but I smoked one joint of it and it got me high. It kind of made my lips numb. That might have been the mold. But outside of that, but that's the thing. I get a lot of times in homegrown weed for whatever reason.
The mold. Smoke the mold. It'll get you high. I mean, you won't be able to feel your face. It'll be
not most times, but it's not the first time that I've smoked homegrown weed for whatever reason, and it kind of makes my lips a little numb.
That gives me an idea.
Whoa, don't be pointing and yelling.
You could be the guy to come up with this idea. Infuse weed with Novocaine. So not only do you get high, you can't feel anything. A bunch of guys sitting around going...
that freaks me out. I hate Novocaine, dude. I get a fucking panic attack every time I have Novocaine in my face.
Smoke weed.
Especially when they do that blocker. Have you ever done the blocker?
Yeah.
Where it hurts real bad, but after they do that, your whole... not just like your mouth.
Your whole face.
Is, you can smack yourself in the face and not you feel your head.
Well, I got that fucking... that deep cleaning under the gum thing.
Oh, I
couldn't feel it. when the Novocaine was in.
Oh, no, you don't feel anything once that shit's in. But then it doesn't go away for a couple hours and you feel retarded and you're like,
drinking and shit.
Your drink's falling down your shirt. You just look down, it's wet. Like, I fucking know.
Yeah. I'd smoke it. Weedicaine.
Well, just smoke my moldy weed, man. It might do the same thing. Who knows what it's going to do? We got what are we doing? We don't want to fuck you and get out?
Yeah,
we
let's do the fuck you and get out. We've been on here a while.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck
you. All right, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3. Oh, the movie.
Pissed me off. Oh. My son's into horror.
Just gory.
We watch horror. Yeah, the goriest. There's not a gorier set of movies. Maybe Saw. Mm-hmm. But I mean, this guy reaches in, grabs your guts, and squeezes.
I've heard the Terrifier movies. I haven't watched any of them. I don't know if I'd like them or not, but I've heard they're some of the most gory movies.
They are. Yeah. But my son is he watched 1 and 2 and loved it, and we had never seen one in a theater. Uh-huh. So Terrifier 3 came out, and we've been waiting for it for months. So we went and saw it. Okay? And real quick, the premise of this, now he's kind of a little cult figure, Art the Clown. Mm-hmm. The premise of this is that the girl who survived the first attack and is suffering all these fucking nightmares, and she's been in a loony bin for 20 years, she gets out of the loony bin, and Art the Clown comes to visit her again. Okay? Apparently, there's this magic fucking sword, and Art the Clown's got a partner in crime this time, a woman. So there's this magic sword that if she can locate this sword and get to it, it's the only thing that'll kill Art the Clown.
Sounds gay.
Okay. Only thing.
Anytime you talk about magic swords, I'm automatically thinking
But the thing about Art the Clown is he'll kill a toddler. He'll kill everybody.
I've heard he's a bad guy.
Yeah, kill everybody.
Bad guy, this guy.
So anyway, go through the whole movie. The gore is what we were there for. So we're watching the gore and go,
your kid's a psycho.
Yeah, no, he just likes horror movies.
Yeah.
So he's not a psycho.
Yeah, dude. This isn't just a horror movie. These are some of the goriest movies ever.
My son is a gentle soul.
Yeah, so is my nephew. And I'm pretty sure he's going to grow up and murder people. But go on.
My kid's not going to murder people.
I don't know, dude. He likes sirens, and now the horror movies. He scares me.
He also likes tornado sirens. Yeah,
that's what I mean. He scares me. But go on.
So anyway, we're watching the gore, all this, and, we're trying to follow everything, and she gets a hold of the sword after Art has killed the entire family, her brother, everyone. All that's left. She's got the sword. Art comes to get her. They start going at it, blah, blah, blah. She pulls out the fucking sword, stabs the fucking lady.
Are you ruining the movie for everyone else that wants to see this stupid-ass movie?
Oh, no.
Okay, go ahead.
Stabs the lady. She fucking, like a Harry Potter thing.
What was that again?
Turns to dust and disappears. Slices Art the Clown's fucking throat. Stabs him in the fucking stomach. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the movie, he gets up and walks away. Basically saying there will be an Art the Clown 4. Terrifier 4 is coming.
You did just ruin the movie for anybody who wants to see it.
No one's going to watch it. There was 2 people in this theater.
You just told everybody how it ended.
There was 2 people in this theater. But the whole point is, the magic sword didn't work.
Yeah, it's magic sword. Those are gay. That's gay.
But the whole point is, it was supposed to be the thing that killed Art the Clown. She stabbed him 3 times with it, cut his fucking head off.
Why is Art the Clown around? I imagine he died in part 1 and 2 also.
He died in part 1, and this girl that's his partner apparently had the power to make him alive again.
Oh, well, what about part 2? How do you get alive in part 2?
He was in the movie started, he was alive.
See, that's what I mean.
In a laundromat.
Art the Clown he was washing his rules. Suit. There's no rules to these horror guys. But the whole they're going to come back alive somehow.
So he used the magic thing. This was supposed to be it. The magic fucking sword. He's dead. Movie over. Mm-hmm. He's not dead. Walked away.
Isn't it funny, though, that Art the Clown or whatever, Terrifier, came out the same weekend as The Joker came out? And The Joker is this major motion picture. It's got Gaga in it. It's got fucking weirdo guy in it that plays the Joker. It's got a big time director. It's a Batman series, which have been huge forever.
Yeah, Art the Clown's not that.
No, but Terrifier beat it at the box office.
Did it really?
Yes, that's how bad the Joker is.
The first one did?
The new one. They just came out at the same time. The Joker Part 2. And the problem
with
is,
Lady Gaga and
it's a fucking
Joaquin
musical.
Phoenix.
They decided, hey, we got this big fucking weirdo crowd that follows us, little dark kids and shit that love
Joaquin
the Joker.
Phoenix sing?
Yes. And we're going to make it into a fucking musical. Tim Dillon, who's a comedian, has a podcast. He was on it. and he is shitting all over every single interview he's doing. He's supposed to be like advertising for the movie, but all he does is shit on it. He's like, I've been in the worst movie ever. He's
is
like,
that what he said?
Yeah, he's like, I knew it the whole time. We're looking around. We see Joaquin go by, look like he's singing, and we are looking at each other like, what the fuck is this? He's like, when we're making the movie, we knew it was going to be a pile of shit.
I wonder if Joaquin's thinking, God, I just made a pile of shit.
I think that guy's crazy.
Yeah, but he's a good actor.
No, he's a good, and I'm sure he did a good job. I think this was a passion project for him. I think that's the problem, is they let the crazy guy make the movie. Or,
and they got Gaga in it because, I mean, the only other movie she ever made was Star is Born, which she sang.
Can sing.
She
cool.
sings in this. And you know what, suddenly? I want to fuck her.
Really?
I never did before.
Her
She's got a big nose.
Her face is weird to me.
Big nose.
Yeah.
Nasty body. Nice. Like sexy. Ooh.
Oh, you said nasty.
Nasty like in a good way.
Yeah. Well, she's, she's in shape.
So if you're out there, Gaga, I'd like to fuck you.
Well, she's coming off maybe the worst movie ever released, so she might be looking for a rebound. Right here, Gaga, this guy.
I'll make you say Gaga.
Ooh, rah, Gaga,
baby.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to fuck her.
Fuck you to Geico and Progressive and every other fucking home insurance thing in the whole fucking world, because this week I was told that my home insurance doubled for the year, and my mortgage payment, with escrow and everything, went up $400 fucking dollars.
Ouch.
Right. Isn't that a kick in the fucking dick? I mean, I'll tell you how much it is off air, but it's, I should be living I should be living in a mansion.
Yeah.
For the amount that I'm paying. I should have.
And it's all because of insurance.
Well, my taxes went up a little because Anderson doesn't know how to say no to any taxes. But I don't really mind that so much. I don't mind my taxes raising $30-$40 a year if it means that I live in a good community and I don't have to
you don't drive on potholes every fucking day.
Yeah, and I don't have to brush fucking people away at the speedway so I can go inside. You pay for that kind of stuff. So I don't mind the tax part, but the insurance, it just makes no fucking sense how insurance could just double, and they don't even call and tell you. They're not, it's like, we're going to literally double $1,500 to $3,000, double your insurance and not even tap you on the shoulder.
You're going to pay an extra $5,000 a month, and we're not going to tell you.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you shit. We're just going to see what happens.
Yeah.
But
you're going to pay it. That's what's going to happen.
And not only because the bank only does the assessment like once a year, sometimes they don't do it until later, so you're already way behind on the escrow. So you're paying even more.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the problem right now, is I was like $3,000 short on my escrow. So now they're taking that and putting it there, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the escrow's an estimate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So fuck you, insurance people. And then they fuck you more, because now you're shopping for insurance and you just put one little thing online.
You get 100
and next thing you know, for the next week, you're getting 100 phone calls, text, and emails trying to get you to fucking get, okay, instead of $3,000, we'll give it to you for $2,970. Shit like that. It's like, it's not even worth my fucking time to change it for $30.
And over the length of your 30-year mortgage, that's going to save you X amount of dollars. Hey, honey, we can save $1,900.
Yeah.
Sign up.
Yeah, $1,900 in 2063. That's by the time we'll recoup that $1,900. They're just out to fuck you.
All that is a free savings.
And you know why it probably went up? I am not positive on this, but probably because those fucking hurricanes and everything in the world's on fire right now. So these insurance companies have to fucking recoup that money.
Do you know in Florida right now, you cannot buy fucking homeowners insurance that has any kind of storm coverage on it. The insurance companies are like, we're going to go bankrupt if we sell this shit.
Hey, but by the way,
you can't buy one.
Fucking asshole. Fuck you to anyone who thought the hurricane was man-made. Yeah. All right. Fuck you retard. Come on. They do this thing called cloud seeding, where they can put some moisture in the air and make it rain. And they do do that over there in Dubai and shit like that. That's how but that's different than a fucking hurricane. They do not have the technology to make a goddamn hurricane. And by the way, hurricanes happen like 3-4 times a year. They have fucking forever. Yeah. It's not like all of a sudden there's someone in a lab going, we're gonna fucking flood the red states. What the fuck are you even talking about? You guys are absolutely.
Let's knock out Tampa this week.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Well, let's get Tampa, man. Get the hurricane going. Woo!
Yeah. Get the 150 mile an hour wind machine. And we're going to go take out Tampa.
This country's become so fucking retarded. I hope everyone just dies. Fuck off.
You can kindly fuck off now. Please subscribe and share. Well, you can kindly fuck off now.